Imagine cracking open a notebook and spotting your own name scribbled inside. It's wild, right? Next to yours, there are tons of others, each one dated and tagged. Some say asterisk cleared, asterisk some say asterisk pending, asterisk and a few. Just asterisk gone. Asterisk, what does that even mean? What would you do? If the last name written was yours, Adrian Vale was a global icon, the billionaire philanthropist who built hospitals in war zones, funded scholarships for children, and appeared on magazine covers as asterisk the man changing the world. Asterisk to presidents, celebrities, and the public, he was a savior. But to Claire Jensen, a junior auditor brought in to review his foundation's accounts, something didn't feel right. She was ambitious, young, and absolutely eager to prove herself, right? But those numbers in Vale's files, not as perfect as they seemed. Donations were slipping back through these offshore accounts and those receipts. They looked way too flawless, like they'd been scrubbed clean to hide something way darker. It felt like a magic trick pulling the wool over our eyes. You know, it's like when you see a shiny new car, but under the hood, it's a total wreck. What was really going on behind the scenes? It left me feeling uneasy, like there was a storm brewing just out of sight. One late night, Claire was digging through the Foundation's records, trying to find something, anything, that would help her with the upcoming audit. As she pulled open a drawer that should have been locked, her heart skipped a beat. Instead of the usual spreadsheets or invoices, she stumbled upon a small leather-bound notebook. At first glance, it seemed totally ordinary, just another dusty old book, you know? But the moment she cracked it open, a chill shot down her spine. The pages were filled with strange notes and cryptic symbols that felt like they were whispering secrets she wasn't meant to uncover. What on earth had she just found? Inside were names, dozens of them, like a roll call from some eerie dream. Next to each name, you'd find cities and dates, but the last column, that's where it gets real. Most were labeled asterisk cleared asterisk, some asterisk pending asterisk, and a chilling few. Asterisk gone. Asterisk Claire froze, her heart racing. She knew some of these names. A student activist fighting for change in Mexico. A brave journalist in London. A whistleblower in Tokyo exposing the truth. They were all real people, all confirmed missing. It hit hard. Her hands trembled as she flipped through the pages, praying she was wrong. But the last entry was new, only days old. And it carried a name she knew all too well. Her own. Claire's breath caught in her throat. Panic washed over her in waves. She tried to rationalize. It had to be a mistake, a coincidence, but every single case lined up perfectly with missing persons reports around the world. This wasn't a list of donors. It was a catalog, a record of prey. And then behind her, the door creaked open. A voice, calm to casual, working late? It was one of Vale's colleagues, a guy she recognized from the office. Always polite, always friendly, you know, but that night, something felt off. His gaze shot straight to the notebook in her hand, like it held the secrets of the universe. Claire forced a smile, her heart racing a bit. She tried to close it without drawing attention, but he stepped closer, curiosity dancing in his eyes. Did he want to know what she was writing? Or was he just being nosy? Either way, the tension in the air felt thick, and she could almost hear her heartbeat. Vale says there's been a leak, he whispered, lowering his voice like he was sharing a secret. Someone's been snooping around, checking out stuff they shouldn't. So, Claire, have you noticed anything weird lately? It wasn't a question, it was a warning. Her throat tightened. She muttered something about finishing reports and hurried out of the office. But the streets outside gave her no relief. In the reflection of every shop window, every passing bus, she saw him following, matching her pace. Claire ducked into a cafe, desperate to lose him. But when the barista slid a cup of coffee across the counter, there was something tucked beneath it. a folded note for words written in the same tight black ink as the notebook. Asterisk, you are next. Asterisk, Claire's hand shook as she read it. The walls of the cafe seemed to close in. She reported the notebook to the authorities. But days later, it vanished from evidence, erased, just like the names inside. Adrian Vale was back on television soon after, smiling as he stood beside another world leader, his reputation untouchable, his image unbroken, and Claire Jensen. She was never seen again. The names in the notebook remain a mystery. No one knows how many more were marked asterisk pending. Asterisk, no one knows who keeps the list now, but one thing is certain. The world's greatest philanthropist might not be saving lives. Instead, he could be deciding who vanishes without a trace. So I'll ask you again, what would you do? If the last name written was yours, what do you think happened to Claire? Drop your theories in the comments below.